Approval of the minutes. Minutes should be in your packet.
Motion to approve.
Motion supported. Motion support. Any discussion? Approval of minutes? Hearing none. All in favor? Um, Finance report?
The finance report was attached to your packet. We currently should be at 17.17%. And as you can see, revenue is at 28%. That means January payments, fourth quarter payments from 2025 have started to come in. We just posted a bunch of payments that came in January. And then expenses are at 14%. And I can answer any questions if anyone has any.
Any questions for the finance report? Director's report.
That also was attached to your packet. And I would like to just highlight a few things. Effective February 2nd, 2026, we promoted shift leader Brian Wilcox to the communications systems specialist. Brian's here today. In case you don't know him, thank you. He's going to be working closely with Sergeant Hudson to gain the familiarity he needs with the back end systems. So it'll be a transition for him over the next several months. The CAD to CAD project with Hillsdale County has been completed successfully, and that went live on February 12th. So that means that we can share calls for service back and forth with Hillsdale County. The countywide tornado siren test is scheduled for next Thursday, a week from today, March 19th at 5:55 p.m. And then we are currently working on a Tyler software update, and that will be, the production environment is scheduled for April 15th. So that day our systems will be down for most of the day. Staffing, we are currently at 19. We have one open dispatcher position. The newest member of our team, Allison Price, started on February 8th. Any questions on the director's report?
So what systems are run through Tyler that are gonna be down on that day?
Mobile, CAD, corrections, well, MSP, which is the old platform, which is what corrections runs off of.
With the CAD being down, active, and some of the notifications, systems will be down as well because it gets ran through the CAD, so.
Rip and runs.
Yeah, rip and runs will be down as well, so.
The reason you need to talk into the mic is this is being broadcast out. If you don't talk into the mic, people watching can't hear what you're saying.
Any other questions for the director? We have nothing on existing business. Moving on to new business. We have the general public representative applications. We did have 3 applications. You should have had in your packet. One application was a Travis Bates from the Raisin Township area. The other application was a Joshua Mattison from the Tecumseh area, and then a Sherry Luce from the Blissfield area.
Those were all attached to the packet as well.
Those 3 were the ones that had applied since the last meeting that we had.
Is that just for one open position or are there 2 now? There's one.
One open position at this time.
Ones that have any public safety background, we shouldn't be considering. Especially with Noddick selecting the last one. Applied.
Yes, if you look through there, I believe the Mr. Mattison has some public safety background from the Sand Lake Fire Department and Tecumseh Fire Department. I think Miss Luce had, looks like she was a former 911 dispatcher, some from Jackson County. Looking at it, Mr. Bates, I didn't see anything on here other than just more of a support in the sense of attending meetings regularly, just being a part of the township, I think, in that perspective of raising.
But there's nothing that says they can't have a public safety background. And the one that actually brought up that concern was a previous at-large member who's not an at-large member anymore, but there's nothing that says they can't have a public safety background.
Correct. These are the three that we have in front of us for today. I believe Mr. Bates is out in the public. And Miss Luce, that's, so I guess at this time, do we look for any, motions to move forward with any one of these three or not to move forward? We have a motion from dispatcher Benner for Mr. Bates. We have a motion though on the floor, so we can probably do that at discussion.
I'd ask to table the motion until such time as they're allowed to speak to the committee.
Okay,
That you have to vote on.
to table the motion. Do we have a vote, from Mr. Collins has said to table that motion? Do we have a vote for that? All in favor?
I'll second that.
Second. Hi, Craig. All in favor? Aye. So we'll just table that motion for the moment. We'll let the two candidates that are in the public address. Mr. Bates.
So I'm Travis Bates. I'm from Raisin Township. I graduated from Blissfield and attend most all Raisin Township meetings for their Township Board, Planning Commission. I was on the Parks Committee. I currently work for the state of Michigan for state highways and I've worked there since I graduated high school. Worked in Monroe, Dundee, and now I'm here at the Adrian Garage. I support public safety and hold it high priority, so.
Good afternoon. My name is Sherry Luce. I am a former 911 dispatcher with Jackson County, 16 years. 2 of those years I went back as a casual after I retired. I think the 911 board is very important to both public safety and as your dispatchers. I am currently a village trustee in the village of Brooklyn. Oh my God, I don't know where that came from. Blissfield. And I'm also on the planning commission. I think with my background, I would be an asset to the board. I'm also a law enforcement family. We have several law enforcement officers in our family and I would be honored to be on the board. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would still like to motion for Travis,
Well,
given the,
let me clarify. Your motion's already on the floor.
Yeah.
okay,
Should we table it until they spoke? So I would have that.
So the motion will be back. It was a motion by dispatcher Benner. Nominate Travis Bates to the board. Do we have any support? I'll support. We have support from Chief Gentner. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion. We have a motion on the floor to appoint Travis Bates to the at-large public position or recommendation to the board for that position.
You have to ask if there's any more nominations.
Good call. And is we have any more nominations? No more nominations? We have that motion. All in favor?
The vote is for.
The vote is for.
Want to make sure everybody knows what the voting at.
Oh, yes, for the motion from dispatcher Benner to put Travis Bates on, to recommend Travis Bates to the county commission for the general public representation, representative, the 911 board. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, The recommendation will then go to the county commission for appointment to the board.
That appointment, just for point of interest, that appointment will be going to the board this month because we have a night meeting. 2 weeks from today? That was Thursday.
March 26th. Next, new business was, Lieutenant Purdue had, was looking over some bylaws, I think from different discussions that we'd had, at the last, meeting or meeting before in regards to maybe, looking at updating some of the, verbiage in the bylaws. These bylaws, I think, were put into, action in 2014. And since 2014, there have been a few changes as the dispatch center has grown a little bit. So there's maybe some verbiage that may need to be, updated. So there was a suggestion from Lieutenant, Purdue to create maybe a subcommittee to review those. They're not a very long, bylaws to read through. I would suggest if we did a subcommittee, it probably would only have to meet just a one-time deal to review those and update, some of that verbiage. I guess, if we want, we can have a motion if we want to create that subcommittee, and if we can get a couple people to volunteer for that subcommittee.
What do the current bylaws say? That most of the time, the board chair can appoint a subcommittee at his or her discretion without a vote.
Without a motion? Oh, I guess at this point, if we have, do we have any volunteers, of a couple people that want to be on that subcommittee with, Lieutenant Purdue? Dispatcher Benner?
I'd be happy to do it too.
Tanis? I think that's, if that's okay with everybody. I think just having a few people, just a couple set of eyes on it, just to make sure that we're good with that. So we'll have a subcommittee of, Central Dispatch, Lieutenant Purdue, Emergency Manager Tanis, and Dispatcher Benner. It's possible that we could have that,
And the board chair,
oh yeah, and Sergeant Hudson.
and the board chair.
At your ad hoc.
Yeah.
Works with that, Chair.
We can probably get this done before the next meeting, I would say pretty easily. This time, any other new business? Public comment.
Do have one thing for new business. It's just something brief. I want to introduce Lieutenant Sharon McDonald. She is my new assistant post commander at the post, and she's also my secondary for this position. If I can't make a meeting, she'll be able to make decisions on MSP's behalf.
Welcome.
Welcome. Any other new business? Public comment? No public comment? We have a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Supported. Meeting adjourned.